Hey, we're live. Sorry about that. My camera froze and the broadcast started. David Hartman, owner of Fantastic Endeavors Travel Agency. Dave's Disney. It's happy anniversary time. We're talking about how to prepare for the Walt Disney World 50th anniversary. I'm going on Thursday to have a fun-filled weekend to celebrate the world's most magical place. And here I'm going to tell you what's happening if you're going, because it is an 18-month celebration. And if you're going this weekend, let's hang out, let's meet up. And what you want to know, what are the big changes? Because they are releasing a lot of new things and developments and restaurants and rides for the 50th anniversary, which starts October 1st, which is the true 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, because Magic Kingdom, October 1st, 1971. Woohoo! Very exciting. And then at the end, I'll share my tips of how to navigate Walt Disney World during this busy time. And we're expecting to be totally full bore busy until the holidays, through the holidays. And then I'll give you our schedule where we'll be live streaming next weekend. So if you can't be there, you can tune in and watch us here on our different broadcast feeds. So let's talk about the recent changes. And as always, like this where you're watching it, share it. It really does help me out. And subscribe to my Fantastic Endeavors YouTube channel. If you're a big Disney fan, you're following Dave's Disney page, hit that group button and join our closed group of big Disney fans. I did an exclusive broadcast yesterday about my big D23 Gold member gift box opening, unboxing. It was pretty cool. Check that out. And comments are already coming in, probably wondering where I am, but I'm back after a little tech issues, which do happen, even with the home office. So let's talk about the recent changes. I follow blogs every day. I follow all the YouTubers who are there every day and try to tell you guys what my interpretation is, what you need to know, because anyone can tell you the news. I want to tell you my expertise of how I can help you. So let's first off that there are extended park hours on weekends. Thursday night, Epcot closes at 10, but then it goes 11 to 9, but then it goes from 9 to 10 on October 1st. So these are things to look out for when you do visit Walt Disney World in the near future, because you always want to maximize your time in the theme parks. And that's going to vary, but the Disney park hours are published and they're always subject to change. Just go to Disneyworld.com, your My Disney account, and also it's in your app. Now there's new fireworks shows in store. This is very exciting, and they're actually launching earlier than expected. So if you're in the parks this week, you may be able to catch them. I thought I was not going to see Epcot Harmonious until a while, but turns out I'm going to see it opening night. So woohoo! So Disney Enchantment at Magic Kingdom is the anniversary fireworks, Happily Ever After, which I love that show, is going to be put in storage for a little while, probably come back later. And Disney Enchantment now starts September 30th because they're ready to go and they want to start, getting people excited about the anniversary. So if you're in Magic Kingdom that day, check it out. I'll be at Epcot because I have a park pass for Epcot that day, as I tell you our schedule later. And Harmonious at Epcot actually starts on the 29th. I think I have those reversed. No, I don't. It's Enchantment's on the 30th, and because Epcot Forever ends the 28th, and then it's now Harmonious on the 29th. Either way, I'll be there on the 30th, and I'll do a live stream of this brand new show for you guys. And stay tuned. It's going to be very exciting. As you guys come on, please like this and share it and leave a comment or a question. Are you going to attend any 50th anniversary celebrations this fall, or are we going to wait till next year? And it's a big argument to wait till next year, but it's also reasons to go soon. How about the new restaurants? Man, we haven't had a big table service restaurant in Epcot in a long time. And now we get two restaurants. There is Space 220, which everyone's been waiting for since it was announced in 2017. And then we have La Crêperie de Paris. They closed the little creperie takeout station on the World Showcase. And now I'm back at the new neighborhood they built for the Remy ride. And they are now having quick service, takeout, and table service. First come, first serve, no reservations yet. It's been easy if you had a Remy pass holder preview if you're going soon. Come October 1st, I haven't heard how they're going to do that, so I'll keep you posted on my Instagram or when I do live feeds from there. I'll let you know how it goes. I do know the system I'll talk about as far as riding Remy's, the new ride I'll talk about shortly. And how about Steakhouse 71? Why 71? 1971. This is in the Contemporary Hotel, where the Wave American Flavors was, right in the first floor. You walk in the first door past the lobby check-in desk, take a left, the Wave is right there. Great restaurant. They actually kept parts of the menu, especially the bacon and eggs, which is not what you think when you order. It's a phenomenal dish. They kept that. They have phenomenal lounge seating and dining seating. I heard the retheme is looking very good. That opens October 1st, so something to look out for. And, of course, Epcot Food and Wine Festival. Woohoo! I see Giselle's out there. Giselle, Epcot Food and Wine Festival. Woohoo! All booths are open. They're mostly open now. We're expecting ones that were under construction. Belgium and Brazil, right by Morocco Pavilion, will be open. And we are very excited for Brazil and Belgium. Belgian waffles. Woohoo! I know Giselle's excited. Also at Epcot, big change already open. Innovations East. Innovations West is long gone. It's going to be Moana and something else in the future. That's not done. I think they're going to narrow down the construction walls now and make it easier to get in because Innovations East is reopened after years of construction. And that's on the Mission Space side near Test Track. And Club Cool, everyone's favorite fountain soda, including Beverly. I heard it. I haven't tried it yet, but I heard it's like Fresca or Moxie. And Creation Shop, which replaces Mouse Gear, is open. I've heard all good things about both. No sticky floor at Club Cool, so we'll see if that's back yet because it was always a sticky floor at the former Club Cool in Innovations West. Who remembers the sticky floor in old Club Cool Innovations West? Come on. And how about what's going on with rides? We all go to theme parks and experiences, but also for the big e-ticket rides. So how about also EMH is back? Kind of. EMH, what does that stand for? Extra Magic Hours. If you stay on one of Disney's partner hotels and ones they own, you get an extra hour at one theme park a day. They brought it back for the better and for the worse. So we'll talk about that. There is now early park entry for Disney Resort guests. It starts September 26th in line for the anniversary. So when I go, it'll be there. And it's an extra half hour of early entry. Half hour, 30 minutes. But for all four theme parks every day. So that's going to space out the resort guests vying for time, and you have to have park passes to enter in the morning. The park pass system, I didn't put it here, but it goes without saying, that's not going away. Disney has found a way to monetize that to the nth degree and to manage park capacity and also honestly manage logistics. They get an idea of how many people are going to a park in one day. They can be prepared for staff and food and supplies and so on and so forth. They're always very good about that, but this just helps. So every single park, I'm looking forward to seeing how this works on a busy day. I'm rope dropping Epcot Thursday morning to get Space 220. Talk about that in a second. Why you want to rope drop it, because they have some standby seating. A lot of restaurants do, but it's 30 minutes early for all four theme parks. That is thumbs up. Awesome. Woohoo. We love it. And the e-ticket ride, the big thing, I've already wrote it. It's awesome. I love it. It's not a big thrill ride. It's just like the one in Paris. If you've been to Disneyland Paris, it's the most famous ride there. It's Remy's Ratatouille Adventure in the France Pavilion, new walkway that goes behind the normal France Pavilion. You actually have a walkway that goes to a ride building built behind almost where Morocco is. And to get there is a whole new village, a creperie, some new little shops. The bathrooms have been open for a while. It's a great addition to an already fantastic pavilion. Very excited. It's a great ride. And it's a good addition to the park. Disney hasn't had a Ride in the World showcase in 30 years, 20 years. I don't know, since Frozen opened in 2015, but Maelstrom was there before that. So for a long time. Now, with Remy's, this is important, talk about ride updates now. Remy's has a new virtual queue, and Remy's new ride is a virtual queue only. So no early entry because they don't know early if you have a virtual queue, have a boarding pass. So they're going to use the ride's resistance. I'm not going to give tips here. Go back to my feeds and my Dave Disney community page if you're a member there. Join that, hit join, and I'll approve you as a member if you're a diehard. Answer a question or two. And I go in detail. Touring Plans has a great PDF you can download. It's the same system. Look at my screenshots in Dave Disney community. There's two parks, Epcot and Hollywood Studios, and eventually they'll bring back Rise Resistance, which I'll talk about in a second. So October 1st, ride open, 7 a.m., get a boarding pass, and no early entry because I may be in the park and not have a boarding pass. So how's that going to work? From what I heard so far, if that changes, I'll let you know. Now, Rise Resistance, the big news this week, went to a standby line. And I can't tell you enough how Skip Shear's best news story of the week, because he's been demanding that every time I talk to him. My buddy Skip Shear, who sells my agency, another Disney diehard, always on my show. He's been calling for that for months, and finally I give it to him. From what I hear, it's been crazy in the mornings, but every time I pull the app, 50-minute lines, 45-minute lines, very reasonable. So, but it's also not too busy in the parks yet. It'll ramp up, especially since I'm coming on Thursday. Everyone will be flooding the parks. Woohoo! So that's important to know. And the big news I'm so excited about, because I'm rope dropping studios on the 2nd, October 2nd, part of early entry. Thank you, Disney. About freaking time. You have your biggest ride ever created. Everyone wants to ride it. Not only is it standby, but only people with park passes for that day can run at it and get on it when the resort gets that first 30 minutes. They better. Now it's the question. How will Disney enforce this system? They've been open the parks early anyways for a long time. Half hour, 45 minutes, an hour early sometimes. Then you get in queue. They better be strict about this. I heard there's a separate line. So I'll report back. Watch out for live feeds that week. I'll talk about it at the end, because they better enforce this to the nth degree, because I'm staying on site. I always do. All right. So that's the news updates, those logistics, and kind of my interpretation of what I think is most important. Let's talk about tips and strategies for the 50th. If you're not going this weekend anytime soon, it's going to be similar, because these things are in effect and they're going to affect your trip. First off, stay on site. Skip Shear, stay on site. He's always staying off site, sometimes on site. That's the key. The key to all of this is be on site. Now, the partner hotels are included in these benefits. You want it for the bennies, you want it for the early entry. Disney has a link, just Google it, and they have a list of all their hotels. It's a lot of hotels, which has me concerned. I mean, there's a Swan and Dolphin, yes, but the ones on Hotel Plaza Boulevard, some outside of that area, the Four Seasons, obviously. I mean, it's like, wow, it's a big list. So it's on-site and partner hotels are now allowed in this kind of old extra magic hour system. No more EMH, but in some ways I might like this more, as long as they enforce it. Hear that, Disney? Enforce it, where there are, based on your park pass, and you have to get a park pass. If one park sold out, you're not doing early entry that day. You have to park hop in at 2:00. And by the way, they have to change that too. That is way too late to park hop, but that's not a story. And that's still in effect. 2:00 park pass. So you have to be in line at 2:00 if you had another park to start the day. You can't just switch and get a park pass if you already use one. You can switch if you haven't used it, and you could show up and get one in line or go to guest services. But it's easy off, just cancel your current one and get one. In the new park pass system, you can adjust and modify passes. It's much different, and choose which ticket. If you have multiple allotments, like I have a certificate good for 2 more years, I can choose which park pass to use for my daily allotments. And plan like you never planned before. Plan like you never planned before. Because this is the most popular time we're expecting. I don't think it's going to be like people have said, just like Galaxy's Edge wasn't as crazy as they thought in August of 2019 when it opened. A, Rise Resistance wasn't open, and also B, the hype scared people away. I think the COVID hype, the mask mandate indoors, and no international travelers. Well, that's my subject of my next show coming up at 6. That's coming back pretty quickly, but not till early November. I don't think it's going to be what they thought it was a year ago or even a few months ago, but it's still going to be pretty crazy. And you want to plan ahead better than you've ever planned before. This is a time to really, really, really pay attention to the details, or hire a planner like myself. This is what I do. I'm a Disney travel agent, and I help my clients plan their vacations. Direct message me. Park pass for fireworks shows. Well, that doesn't make any sense, Dave. I don't get it. I'm telling you, be careful. This is a different time. People are going to overload parks for the new shows, and they may at some point close the park at, say, 7 p.m. to only people with park passes. They may hit their capacity. So park pass, the park you want to go to, go there in the morning, go ahead and park hop, keep that pass. Why delete it? And then come back to that park for fireworks. I am so jazzed. I didn't have a park pass for Epcot. They're available. I could have got one later. But I said, well, Harmonious may cause a blockage. I'm not going in the first because I'll be at MK for Enchantment. And I said, gee, the second, the third, Well, lo and behold, Disney's opening up Harmonious early. So thank you. I'll see it on the 30th. So even if I leave and come back, I have a park pass. So park pass, a park, use in the morning, come back for the fireworks show. You're guaranteed entry, even if they hit their capacity, because you're included in their capacity, part of their system. Use lounge seating at popular restaurants. This is huge. Use lounge seating at popular restaurants. What does that mean? Certain key restaurants, including Space 220, have lounge seating that's walk up. Space 220, by the way, is sold out. I said this in my show yesterday in like a minute. I have literally had no time. My system crashed. App said nothing. My friend Giselle was watching. Saw an availability. She didn't grab it. She couldn't grab it. I mean, it's very difficult to decide. I've looked for 60 days out. It's done. But there are bar seating, and actually you don't pay the full prefix menu. It's for snacks. And that's why I'm rope dropping Epcot on Thursday to go right to that line. Even an hour, I'll wait in line just to get that bar seating. First come, first serve. California Grill has bar seating. First come, first grill. First come, first serve. Talk to people downstairs. Say, I want the bar seating. They say, okay, we'll go up and check it out. Yak and Yeti, okay, in Animal Kingdom. Use that one all the time. And a number of places throughout Walt Disney World. And by the way, the new wave, Steakhouse 71, has phenomenal bar seating, a huge bar. And I've heard they've kept most of it. I will see and give you a full report. I will walk over there, and part of my job is checking all these things out for you guys. So stay tuned for that. So use this to your advantage. And sometimes the bar is just open. Earlier the better to dinner, or early below lunch, or if it's breakfast, get in there. But the bar seating is first come, first serve. Use it to your advantage. Okay. Oh, missed one. Rope drop, rise resistance for early entry. I alluded to this. This is huge. And you can't do this for Ratatouille from what I know right now. It doesn't make sense logistically. Because of the boarding group system, when they had extra magic hours, rise resistance wasn't included. But honestly, back then you had to be in the theme park anyway, so it almost didn't matter. Now it's part of it. Guaranteed. They said it. I'm sure I'll hear about it on the 26th when this system goes into effect. And Disney enforce that system, please. This is huge. So rope drop studios, get a park pass, no virtual queue needed, not being done. And then get there, for 9 a.m. opening, get there at 8 o'clock. They'll let you in by 8:15, probably by 8:30. They'll walk you around and boom, off you go. So again, I'll be watching the bloggers for timing, and I'll post on Instagram or my page, and I'll be doing a live thing saying, hey, here's how it's working today. It's always going to vary per day based on park capacity, what they feel is going to be, the load in the front and the number of cast members available. I know, for example, Pandora Flight of Passage, I was there for a 7 a.m. Remember those extra magic hours? I get there at 6:15. I walk in, boom, gates open. Boom, walk in. 6:30, I'm in line for Flight of Passage. So I saw a pretty senior looking guy afterwards saying, hey, I got to tell you, it was awesome today. I just walk in for a 7 a.m. extra magic hours. And I walk into Pandora. So, yeah, they know that ride bottlenecks the front. So if all the cast members are ready, they just open it up. I expect the same to happen with Rise and the other marquee rides in all the parks. So stay tuned for that if Disney has enough cast members. Big if there, because they laid off 32,000 people a year ago. And they're still fighting to get them back, and they still don't have their international people back. That'll start to come now with this new development with international travel. I'll talk about my show at 6, my travel show. Watch that, please, here on my YouTube channel. Fantastic endeavors. Please subscribe. But the college students are back, and that's really helping things. That's awesome. So before I go to my theme park pass schedule, that will end the show at that, I will go to some comments. Giselle, today I can see the comments because we're not doing a closed group. Giselle goes, awesome. Love it. And cool. Club Cool's open. Very good, Giselle. And Leslie Wiseman, diehard, her son Teddy's now a year old. My youngest fan is a year old. So who will be out there and beat Teddy for youngest fan? Nobody. I just watched I just wish they would expand the late resort hours more than deluxe resorts. Oh, that's right. I do like that's for all the parks. I feel like I never aligned with the parks I was going to. Yes, you're right. Two things I'm talking about. Extra magic hours. There's always one park per day. And there's always the park you didn't want to go to, although there was no park pass system. So you could change your schedule. Like, oh, okay, I'll go to studios at 7 a.m. Why not? You can hit 10 rides in no time. Those are the best. I miss the 7 a.m. park hours. I was always up for them, and you could hit a whole park in like an hour. It was great. You can work your way around the big rides. Smaller rides aren't quite busy, and then exit the park when all the crowd comes in at 8. Now, one thing I didn't talk about, and thank you, my wonderful fan, Leslie Wiseman. Woo-hoo. She mentioned something very important, and that's the late hours, which yet I've not found a date I'm going to be there, so I haven't mentioned it. Disney has extra magic hours, which used to be at night, like a few times a week, not every morning. Like they'd have an extra magic hours every morning, one park, and then one park late at night, like every few days. If you remember 2019, pre-COVID. Now they're bringing it back, but for deluxe resorts only, which I'm kind of like, why are they making this class system? But also as a travel agent, it gives me an extra benefit to sell deluxe resorts. So I'm kind of torn, but I've yet to see a date I'm going to be there. It's very selective dates, and I'm there once a month. So Disney, come on, put more dates on this system. I've not heard too much about it. Not a thing the past week, which is bizarre. That's just weird. I mean, it's supposed to launch October 1st. I've not heard a thing. And I follow Disney Food Blog, the news guys, all of them out there, all these news things. And I mean, not a word about the later hours. So I'm guessing it's launching the 1st or later. I'll keep you posted on that. I do know it's for select dates, and they've been pretty select because I yet see one cross my schedule, because I would change my park schedule just for that. Well, I believe you can hop on into it as long as you're in a deluxe resort. But Leslie's right, for deluxe resorts only. Thanks for the comments. Keep them coming. Almost done, guys. Next up, very important. Stay tuned for this. Going to go through the critical live stream schedule for next week. Always subject to change. All right. Let me get back to the banners. October 1st. Oh, I'm wrong. Hold on. My banners got screwed up. All right. Live scheme show. So this is the plan for next week. Always made them butter, as my course director for Scuba always said. Good old Simon. September 30th. This is guaranteed. Got the park pass. We're driving up early in the morning. Thank God it's 11 a.m. opening. I'm trying to work out my way. Disney Food Blog said the best way to get to Epcot for early entry is to actually take the monorail, which starts at 10, get you there by 10:15, then you get ahead of even the parking lot. May have to try that on the 30th. May check in my resort and like Uber to TTC. I'll let you know how that goes. Why? Because my resort, Skyline, goes to the back entrance. Space 220 is by the front entrance. And it's a long haul from International Gateway across the lagoon. That's my thinking right now. So I'll keep you posted on that. And I'll be there for Space 220. Going to wait in line and tough it out. Also, La Cava Tequila may do a live feed. They have great Wi-Fi internet in there. But if you run a live stream, that's a place to do it from. Going to get the ice cream margarita. Leslie Wiseman, how about that? Giselle, come on, you're loving that. I don't have a picture here, but ice cream margarita. Woo, I'll post it on my Instagram later and definitely do a little video of that. It has the whole like the steam air bubble. Woo-hoo. And then, of course, thanks to Disney. Thank you, Disney. Changing the schedule. Stay tuned for a serious live stream. And I also want to enjoy it. So if I can get a stand going, maybe I'll do that. And Harmonious. I'm looking forward to this show because Epcot Forever was a big disappointment. And I love Illuminations. That was my favorite fireworks show. It was amazing as far as the regular shows. I love that soundtrack. And from what I heard, those big monstrosities, I haven't commented because it looks pretty amazing. If it's an amazing show, I'm okay with the monstrosities. They still do the bridge. I have video doing the bridge for the fireworks because the fireworks are on a big cage barge, which has to come in and out, which is higher than the bridge. But those big things was too much work to take those in and out every day. So those are there to stay. And the fireworks get taken in and out. So you can still watch that. I just caught that last time we were there in September. More comments. Woohoo! Before I go back to the comments, I do want to say, of course, I have a park pass and something special going on. Stay tuned. I'll be there for the Magic Kingdom Happy 50th. I'm working on a special viewing for Disney Enchantment, new fireworks show. I'm excited about this because I love their past shows. Disney Wishes was pretty good. I didn't see it a lot, though, and it was the 12-minute show. I wasn't there for the old 18-minute show. Loved Happily Ever After. Loved the music. Haven't heard too much with the music of Disney Enchantment, but I love the projection technology. And I love how they're going all the way down Main Street. Because, man, for Happily Ever After, if you were caught in the back and not in the railroad station, you could hardly see the show. So this is going to be exciting. I'm very excited for that. So stay tuned. Definitely do a live stream there for you guys, whatever I can pull off. And I will say, and then comments. We have letters. All right, I'm gonna go to comments at the end. Keep them coming, guys. Let me get through the schedule first because I want to get people's comments on the schedule. More will come as I mention it. The second, we talked about this rope drop, rise resistance. Why not? It's there. No more virtual queue. No more wake up at 7 a.m. and sweating. And by the way, I'm very good at that. And I've missed it sometimes. I was on the resort, on a fast connection, went at 7 a.m. So it was difficult. And now it's more competitive. So I'm glad they're getting rid of it. And I don't mind getting up early. And I'll be staying at Boardwalk Villas, walk out the back door, walk in about 8 o'clock, early entry, boom. It'll probably be in and out in a half hour. Guaranteed, because there's other people at other parks. And you can't just all of a sudden get a theme park pass for studios because they limit them. So I'm excited for that. And of course, we'll hit all the big rides. And then I got a joke later about our next visit there. Then AK, Animal Kingdom. I haven't done it in a while, but I'm a rope drop flight of passage because I love that ride and I hate standing in line. And I haven't done it in a long time, believe it or not. So I don't know why. Just certain things happened last time in the parks. Right, Skip? October 4th, our checkout day. But what's great is we're actually right next to our resort, so we can not check out, hit the resort, or check out early and then go to the park. Because of early entry, before it's easy with I will say this about boarding groups, you could plan your morning better. And for those non-early risers out there, you know who you are. Not that they're watching. You could actually get your pass, go back to bed, take a nap. It was an early pass. You showed up an hour, 2 hours late. They always let you on. I was 3 hours late once. They didn't even ask. Turns out it was a breakdown day where everyone came back late. This is different. So now you have to do early, but that to me weeds out the week as far as the non-early risers. So we're gonna rope drop baseline tap house instead. So instead of going early, we'll probably enjoy our resort. And so since we've already rope drop rise resistance, and you know what, we'll probably go early and hit the other rides, hit baseline, and then go home. But actually, we probably won't drink that day because we're driving home. But just a joke for you guys. All right, let's go to the comments. We love comments. We got some diehards out there today. Woo-hoo. Giselle's back in the house. Giselle says, where is the best location to purchase 50th anniversary merchandise and with the largest selection? That Club Creations in Epcot and World of Disney in Disney Springs. Those are your two best. Those are the ones that are going to give you the best areas, best selection. But I've heard I'm not a big merchandise when it comes to Disney, I'll tell you right now. But that's going to give you your best. The best is Club Creations in Epcot, brand new store. Even the diehards I follow who are there every day, they're pretty cynical. They've been there, done that. I get it. And they're pretty positive about this shop. So I enjoy their cynicism, but they're pretty positive about that. And Giselle says, oh, yeah, come on. How cool is that going to be? Come on, an ice cream margarita. Google it right now. Disney Food Blog's already had it. There's also Palmas Restaurant, who runs that whole area, had posted some pictures on their own blog. That got out. Disney Food Blog. They're amazing with their food. Had been out there for, so amazing. And yes, Giselle says, harmonious. Yay, does this fall into extra magic hours? The after hours? No. If Disney did those extra magic hours at Epcot, it would be after the fireworks. I don't think they're going to do them at Epcot because that would be really late. But, they may do that. They've done it in the past. They haven't done Epcot even before COVID in a long time. That's a great question. But I think you're going to see the extra magic hours for deluxe resorts after. It's going to be later, like at Studios, MK, AK. We'll see. They actually, AK, they haven't done late in a while. But I can finally see Pandora again at night. I think there's 8:30 closing hours. They've been too early of late. So Disney, bring back I love Pandora night. That's why you built the place, for Christ's sake. Disney has kind of like sworn off AK as a nighttime park because that show they had that I liked, the show, I'm drawing a blank, the show on the lagoon by Mount Everest, Expedition Everest. I looked at it so much I forgot it. But that nighttime show, I loved it. I don't think people understood it. They couldn't do fireworks because of the animals, a lot. So, but it's gone forever. And now they're bringing back kite tails. Those jet skis from Epcot, Forever a Hater, are not going to be Animal Kingdom, but during the day. So also something new. Gee, I forgot to put it in the banner for it. Sorry, I'm not that excited about it, but I'll check it out and maybe do a live stream for you guys if I catch it. I'm looking forward to something different there, but I really enjoyed that nighttime show. I'm just drawing if anyone knows a nighttime show at Epcot, I am just drawing a blank right now. Giselle says, okay, good. Hey, yep, and thanks. Yay. Yeah, we shall see, but I'll warn you right now, I've not heard a lot about this extra hours for resort guests, and I don't know why. I'm a little bit perplexed. Maybe so much other news took precedence, but stay tuned because I'm sure it's going to open like everything else October 1st, but thankfully Disney, they're opening everything else earlier. All right, guys, that's our show for today. Happy 50th anniversary to Walt Disney World, mostly Magic Kingdom. Believe it or not, I'll go into history during my travel show from Disney World. Probably going to do it Saturday sometime. Haven't decided on the day yet. Depends on our schedule, but stay tuned for that on the Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show. Next up, stay tuned. Come back here, not Dave's Disney, but my personal Facebook feed, David E. Hartman, and Fantastic Endeavors YouTube channel and Facebook page. I will be doing a show about international travel and how it impacts you, because it's going to impact anyone who travels or anyone who goes to a popular hotel like Disney Hotel or a tourist destination. This change is going to impact a lot of things, because I hope you enjoyed the quiet time of travel within the U.S., and it's going to change a lot in the next few weeks. Happy anniversary, guys. Happy anniversary, Walt Disney World. Next time you'll see me for a Disney feed is live from Walt Disney World on September 30th. I will see you then, and stay tuned at 6 o'clock for my Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show.